Hey everybody, how are we doing? Welcome back to another Queen vinyl collection video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you more 12-inch vinyls, probably more than the first video, so I'm going to race through them a little bit. I'm not going to speak too much about them, I'm just going to sort of show them off, otherwise this video is going to be like hours long. So first up, no hanging about, is another Queen interview, a nice big old red one. I've seen this one on eBay quite a lot, so I just picked it up in the end. I got a bit fed up seeing it and not getting it. Another 12-inch, You Don't Fool Me, the remixes from Queen. This is their limited edition coloured vinyl. I'll quickly pull this one out because it's just on the top here, but it's like a grey huey vinyl. And that is just for their You Don't Fool Me song, which was on their Greatest Hits 3 album. The Show Must Go On. This is an etched disc and single discography. So it gives you a list of all their singles that they've had. And it's also got an etched disc. And you can just see that with all the band signatures on the disc. So that is absolutely awesome. When you run your finger over them, it is raised. So that is brilliant. So I had to get that when I saw it. So yeah, and plus it's one of my all-time favourite Queen songs. Right, this is a bit of an obscure-ish one. It's an interview. However, it's an officially released interview. But it was so hard to get, and that is Queen, A Message from the Palace. I had to wait so long to get this. I'd been searching for it forever, because I just knew that it was out there and I knew it was an official release. I just could not find it anywhere. It was made in England. That's obviously where the interviews were. So interview part 1 and part 2. And yeah, it's just fantastic to get a hold of. Will I quickly show you it? I will. It's got Brian May and Roger Taylor's signature on Big Spender. No idea why it's on there. I'm pretty positive they're not legit signatures, but I kept it anyway. And that's the vinyl. So you can get this interview disc on a few different coloured vinyls. I've seen red, green and yellow. I'm not sure if you can get it on any other colour. I'm pretty sure you can get black. Black's the most common one for any vinyl really. But, oh, it's got more in here. I did say I wasn't going to spend forever. Certificate of Authenticity. That's about the signature, which literally I am 100% positive is not legit. It all came as one lot. That's why when I bought it, I was just like, okay, not buying it for the signature, buying it for the lot. So yeah, Queen, A Message from the Palace. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I just shook the camera to death. Right, Queen Innuendo, the explosive version. So this is basically a longer version. This is like the whole song, because they cut out quite a lot of it on their single release. So this is like the entire thing, and it is pretty epic. So you've got the Innuendo Explosive version, which is just the extended version, Under Pressure and Bijou as the B-sides. Yeah, brilliant track. And it's a picture disc, so can't go wrong. Right, picture disc of It's a Hard Life from Queen. And I need to get a different sleeve for this one because it's sort of falling to bits, but the vinyl itself is fine. So yeah, really good song, It's a Hard Life. And The Miracle, which is a limited edition. It includes an autograph colour print on the inside. It's also got a video, picture of a video, Rare Live, which I do have, and of course the album that the song came off of. Side 2 is Stone Cold Crazy, which is brilliant, and that was taken from a live show. And My Melancholy Blues, which was also taken from Live at Houston. So the B-sides for this are brilliant. They're live songs, but obviously the Miracle itself is the side A. 12-inch for Radio Gaga, just a standard 12-inch. Nothing epic. The only good thing I would say about this 12-inch is the B-side, I Go Crazy. That was our B-side, and I love that song. That's such a good Queen song. I wish they released it on the album, actually. Right, this is a 12-inch for promotional use for radio stations of Staying Power. I love this epic thing here. Staying Power and Backchat, which is on their Hot Space album, which I'm not a big fan of. But it's just a promotional vinyl. It's just black, so there's nothing much to see. And this was used for radio stations. So, boom, in the collection. You can find a lot of radio station records online. Right, Freddie Mercury's solo album, which was in mint condition until somebody poured some fucking tea on it. Just in the corner, just up here. Barcelona with Montserrat Caballé. Fucking brilliant. I mean, the album itself is very good. I highly recommend get it. I quite like opera singing and all that kinds of thing as well. So it's a very, very good album. Absolutely love it. And I've been there. where they shot the video. I've been there. Boom. Very, very good album. Another one of his solo albums, Mr. Bad Guy. This is okay. I like it, but that's just because I love Freddie Mercury's music. Love Me Like There's No Tomorrow and My Love Is Dangerous is probably the best two tracks on there. There Must Be More to Life Than This is also very good. And of course Made in Heaven and I Was Born to Love You. Great, great songs. So, Freddie Mercury, Mr. Bad Guy. Absolutely panned. That album absolutely panned. I've got another one actually. I've got two. For whatever reason, I've got two of them. I think I can't decide which one's a better condition one. Right, this is a bootleg. Recorded about the millionth bootleg recorded from this show, and that is Queen, Keep Yourself Alive. A lovely, lovely picture sleeve. And if you look on the back, it's recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon, London, 24th December 1975. Happy Christmas, Freddie. That show has been bootlegged to death. It's probably their most bootlegged show. And that had an official release live at the Rainbow, which was released last year. So that was an official release. This is a German bootleg. It's Queen by appointment only. This is probably one of the first bootlegs I got actually. And this was recorded in Cologne, Germany on February the 1st, 1979. So it's got some really good songs on there. Only 8 songs, so it's not the whole show. But well worth checking. It's a lovely, lovely picture sleeve. Really like that one. 2 bootlegs now. Queen, Duck Soup. This was recorded March 13th, 1977 at Seattle Arena. Yeah, it's just, this is how it is. It's just a paper, as I showed you in the first episode, just paper, print, and then obviously the vinyl itself, so not much to see other than that. This is the rarest, I think the rarest Queen vinyl I have, bootleg-wise. It's Queen Game Mania, and it's limited edition to 50 copies. It's a red vinyl, and I spent a long time searching for this one. So yeah, and this is just how it came. This is just how it's produced, just paper stuck to both sides. And that's it, Queen Game Mania. A very, very hard one to get. Another difficult one to get. Queen Geisha Boys, A Farewell to Japan. So this is just a wee newspaper clipping from England about their Japanese tour. Some of the songs recorded on the 4th of April 1976. Although it says it was recorded in those dates, I would question them. Because it's not official bootlegs, it's very difficult to actually pinpoint when those dates were, but if they did play a show that day, then obviously chances are it's quite high. Queen Stunning, live in Tokyo. This has got a paper bit, obviously, that you can pull out. It's also got it on the actual sleeve, somebody's drawn it on. It's very, very artistic, absolutely love it. It's got some songs on here that you would question whether the Queen, Shag Out being one of them, Hangman, which they did do, quite a few times, and See What I Feel Like Being, which is their B-side to Keep Yourself Alive. But really good drawing, not so much of the dog, but the lady, very, very good drawing, by St. S. Nicholas Thomas. Tokyo, Japan, 1975. A really nice picture on the back there. So really good. Right, Queen, Rogues and Scandals. Yeah, very hard to get. The ones I'm showing you now are extremely difficult to track down, so if you're going to have a look for these, if you find one on eBay, you're very, very lucky, and I would pick it up. Very, very good shows. It doesn't say where this was recorded, but I believe this was recorded in Seattle. From memory, if memory serves me right. Okay, Queen, Every Time, Everywhere. This is a picture disc. It was released again in Italy, as you can see, with a little purple stamp here, and obviously the blurb and the numbers on the bottom, which indicate it was produced in Italy. Not a great picture of Freddie on the back there, but yep, it's a good album, that one, actually. It's a really good bootleg. Now this was their first bootleg, or one of their very first bootlegs. This is an official one, and it took a fucking age to get, and that's Queen Sheep Kickers, recorded live in concert. The paper has been sellotaped on, very old sellotape to the box, so I'm not even going to attempt to take that off. Nothing on the back. You can tell it's so old just by how much it's aged. And look at that, side 1, it says it's side 2 on the other side. Side 2, so that is extremely old. I have played it. All the songs play fine. Fairly decent quality. It was recorded in 1974. But yeah, a lot of the Sheet Kicker ones are very hard to get. They are out there, like I say, there's a few of them out there. They all obviously vary in how they look. because they're bootlegs. Obviously sellotapes here, somebody's done that later on. It wasn't initially sellotaped to the box, I don't think. If it was, although it does look quite period, so you never know. But yeah, Queen Sheet Keekers, this is one of the very first bootlegs for Queen. Queen, Mercury Poisoning, recorded in Tokyo 1976, again just a bit of paper, which spreads onto the back, which has got the track listing, and Freddie having a giggle. So yeah, very good. Awesome. News of the World, fucking brilliant album. I would say this is probably their best, and for whatever reason, oh yeah, the reason the track listing's on the back is because it's a fold open gatefold. And this is why I love vinyl. You just don't get this sort of depth on a CD. You just don't. I mean, look at that artwork. That's crazy incredible. Absolutely love it. From Kelly Freyas. So I'm probably sure you're past now, but that's fucking brilliant. So yes, I would say My Melancholy Blues, brilliant. It's Late, one of the best songs that they did, in my opinion. Sheer Heart Attack, which is a song, one of their albums was called Sheer Heart Attack as well. And of course, We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. Cannot go wrong with those. But yep, News of the World. Picture disc for Queen 2, which is personally one of my favourite Queen albums of all time. Great songs. The March of the Black Queen and the Fairy Feller's Masterstroke. Just genius. All I can say is just genius. Right, this was one of their last releases in 1995. Now, Freddie passed away in 1991, but the band got together and took everything that they recorded prior to Freddie's death and finished it off themselves and released it as an album. And I'd have to say it's one of the best albums they ever did. Queen Made in Heaven. It's a limited edition colour vinyl. This is a really hard one to get. This is it's a white vinyl. There's 2 vinyls in this, and look at that. That was actually Freddie's last home in Montreux, Switzerland. And that's the band overlooking the lake, where that statue is. Overlooks the lake also. Yeah, Made in Heaven. It's got a little bit of a scratch on the front. Not too concerned about that. Really difficult to get, and I'm very happy that I have it in my collection. The reason it's difficult to get is because it's a coloured version. The black one's quite easy to come across. Queen The Works. Another brilliant album as well. Probably quite underrated. That one's got I Want to Break Free on it, if anybody wants to check that one out. Now, this one is a little bit odd because it's got 2 vinyls here. I think I just didn't have a sleeve for this one. It's plastic Pacific Northwestern Queen and Pacific Northwestern Queen A. So this is, I think it might be an interview disc, but of course I just don't have it in a sleeve, so I popped it in this sleeve for now. So this is their Greatest Hits album. Queen Greatest Hits. It's a picture disc one. Quite hard to get. This one is made in West Germany. I believe there's one that's got a spelling mistake on it, or there's something to do. There's one of these picture discs that are extremely rare and worth a lot of money. I don't think this is it. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm hoping one of you guys might know. I'll just show you all the ins and outs of it here. Codes along the top, because they matter. So if any of you guys know, let me know. But there's one of these that's worth so much money and it's super rare. So it's just making me think it's not that one. But I'll put that Pacific Northwestern one back in there. But yeah, for whatever reason, there's one that goes for, well, it used to go for hundreds. I'm not so sure now. Which gives you some idea how much money I've spent on these collections. Right, picture disc for Queen 1. Which I'm not going to bother taking out because it's just a bit of a hassle. It's just got the track listing on the back there. Again, a very underrated album in my opinion. It's very difficult to get into, but once you do, it's one of those albums, it just keeps coming back to you. Queen, A Kind of Magic. Another gatefold. Boom. And it's got all the songs here, all throughout the artwork. So I think that's really, really good. And of course, soundtrack to Highlander, the movie. Flash Gordon, their soundtrack that they did for the film. It's good, it's got a couple of good songs on it. I would say, what's the one? The Hero is probably one of my favourite ones off of there. And of course, Flash's theme. So the first and the last songs in that album are the best, in my opinion. Queen Greatest Hits 3. Again, not a lot of people not familiar with Queen won't know that they have a third Greatest Hits, but they do. which is all like various songs from other people. Queen Greatest Hits. So this is the Dutch Greatest Hits version. Nothing other than that. Right, Queen Live Killers. One of their official live shows that they released, with loads of photos taken from the tour. This is a double vinyl. Yeah. Not a massive fan of double vinyls, I have to admit. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Right, this is a factory sampled Queen 2. So it's factory sample, as the sticker says. So when you open it up, you've got this gatefold, lovely gatefold here. Factory sample, I'm not exactly too sure what it means. I don't even think it's on the vinyl that it's factory sampled. No. So it could just be the sleeve. Factory sample, not sure if it was like a promotional copy or something, I don't know. But either way, happy to have it in the collection. Of course, that's not going to go back in as I took it out. As per. Right, we're getting to the end of it now, guys. Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. This is actually a bootleg album. So it's got songs that weren't on the Bohemian Rhapsody vinyl, no bootlegs, or the A Night of the Opera song. Night of the Opera album, sorry. So this was made in Russia, so it could be from any show, really. They're not very reliable when it comes to making bootlegs, so it could be from any show, but you got to say the artwork is awesome. Absolutely love the artwork on that. But yeah, the Russian bootlegs you can get quite easily. You know, they don't really tend to fetch a lot of money. You can get them for about 10-20 quid usually. They don't go for much. Okay, right. Queen Jazz. That's so totally fucking trippy on a camera. Oh my god, that's cool. Camera can't quite pick that up. I hope I'm not like hypnotizing you guys. But yeah, anyway, so Jazz. Yeah, great album. So we open that up. That's pictures from inside the recording studio from when they're shooting the songs. We've got Brian May waving over here. We've got Roger Taylor, and we've got John, is that John Deacon? Yeah, John Deacon. And Freddie Mercury isn't on there. So he must be the one taking the... Oh yeah, he is, sorry. He's lying on top of the piano. On the back, we've got the track listing. What's interesting about this one, though, is it comes with a poster. Now, getting this album is fine. Getting it with a poster, not so much. I had to source the poster separately. And it's a ton of women that they used for the videos. Fat bottom girls. So, viewer discretion is advised on that one. No doubt that'll get removed from YouTube. But yeah. So, naked women. So if these videos get removed, I will edit them out and then re-upload them again. Right, get quickly now. Queen Greatest Hits, just a standard British release. Same with this one, but it's not as common. It's Queen at the Beeb. I've got like every version of this going. I absolutely love this BBC session that they did. Queen the Game, brilliant album, and Coming Soon, which is the last song, one of the last songs, sorry, the penultimate song. There is probably one of my favourites off this album, as is Don't Try Suicide and Dragon Attack. Great songs. Queen A Night of the Opera. Now this is the album that made Queen. This is the album that absolutely boosted them into the limelight, notably for Bohemian Rhapsody. But some great songs on here. Love of My Life, You're My Best Friend. Brilliant. But there's some really other good songs in it as well. Death on Two Legs is dedicated to a record promoter who screwed Queen over, basically. Took their money and just sort of left them in the shit. But they recovered. Good Company's another good one as well. So yeah, really lovely gatefold vinyl there. It has been re-released, which I do have, you'll see in a future video. And Queen A Day at the Races, which was after, directly after the Night of the Opera album. Not as successful, but Queen were pretty big at this point, so they kind of got away with it. Tie Your Mother Down being one of the best songs on here. What else? Somebody to Love. It's obviously one of their epics. Tio Toriati, highly recommend checking out as White Man. Great songs. So there we go. So that's the second box. Thanks very much for watching that one, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe as always, and I will see you in part 3, which will probably be in about a week or a couple of weeks, or it'll be up at some point. But thanks very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.